Today we are at one of the farm of our cluster farmers. Together we have to date 31 one-acre farm of cassava that has been planted. This is our effort as part of our response to this COVID-19. One of the model that we've used here is what we call in Fijian Solisolevaki. And Solisolevaki is basically coming together for a greater good beyond just oneself. They are all here today to participate in this weed maintenance for this farm. This is about 2 acres of cassava, and they've started early this morning. They are all farmers. They grew up planting sugarcane, but now we are at a stage where they've started to explore some other commodities, agriculture commodities that can help substitute or add on to their sugarcane crop. So one of the crops that they've moved into is cassava. Cassava is sold locally, and it also for export market. It is highly demand frozen in overseas, Australia, New Zealand, United States, and the local market too for local consumption. It's gluten-free, and some are starting to venture into making cassava flour. One of the model of Rice Beyond the Reef is we work with what we call in our framework the existing table. Way before we move into a community, there are people who are already assuming the positions of leadership or trying to do something to mobilize their community for a greater good. And we call that the existing tables. Here in this cluster farmers is Chope, and Chope is also a farmer that has tried to do a lot of work in the past to mobilize the fellow farmers in supporting them in their sugarcane farm, and also to explore some other agriculture commodities. So all of you guys are sugarcane farmers, eh?
All of us are sugarcane farmers.
And what, second generation or third generation?
All of us are third generation now from sugarcane.
So you're the farm that you own, that was originally your grandfather, eh?
Yeah.
Grandfather planted sugarcane, then comes your dad, and now you are. But it is in your generation that you started to think of exploring other things, eh? So what else have you guys explored?
Some of us are planting pineapple, but we try to find other commodities from sugarcane and pineapple, so we think to plant cassava. So that's how we work together, we call it Sava. So we put on a Solevaki. That's how we work. So we already have acre each of cassava.
And with the Solevaki, you are able to do all of this. This is 2 acres. How long did it take you to plant 2 acres of cassava?
This 2 acres we only planted in 1 day.
1 day, eh? So that is cutting of the planting material, land prepping and planting, all in 1 day.
All in 1 day.
If we were going to do this on your own, how long would it have taken you?
It will take 1 whole week.
1 whole week to plant it, eh? But this is a way in which they can successfully shift from monocropping into intercropping at a commercial level and successfully participate in that level of supply, of quality and consistency to the market.
This is a home biogas system, a highly designed Israeli technology which works through natural process. We can feed it with leftover food, vegetable peelings, as well as animal manure, feed into the system. This is the inlet. The injection bag has water in it. It holds up to 1,200 liters of water, as well as anaerobic bacteria. The bacteria, it breaks down all the food that are being fed, decompose, and gives out renewable cooking gas that is stored up in this gas bag. This gas bag holds up to 700 liters of gas, which can give 2 to 3 hours of cooking gas every day. The home biogas system would allow me to make my own liquid organic fertilizer at home. This fertilizer contains macronutrient and micronutrient. This nutrient come directly from waste. We ignore waste. This waste, once it comes inside, for example, we have P and K in banana peelings. We have N in animal manure, in cow manure, in horse manure. All these nutrients comes in here, gets broken down by this anaerobic process. Once it's being broken down, gets dissolved, it comes out in here in soluble form. Liquid organic manure rich in nutrient. The anaerobic bacteria, they releases methane gas. The methane gas travels up through this gas chamber, gets collected into this gas bag, and through this gas pipe, it goes directly into the gas stove. Free renewable energy.
Go inside and on the gas and do our cooking for 2 or 3 hours. Free gas. Before, when we wanted to use the gas, we have to go down to the shop. It takes from here to the shop or to town, we have to pay another $15 for the fare to go and get the Fiji gas. Today the Fiji gas is very expensive. Most of the time the gentlemen, they go and collect the firewood. If the gentlemen are not there, they are in the farm or they are busy somewhere else. It's us, the ladies, we have to go and collect. Sometimes it's our children, we go together. Like in this season, we have to collect more firewood because we can't collect the firewood during the rainy season. It's really bothering because most of the time we have the smoke coming out. I had an eye infection. I went to the hospital to check my eyes, and this is what they told me. It's because of the firewood smoke. I'm very thankful now because we have a free gas with no firewood, which you can cook for less smoke, no smoke, no smoke either. Then you just have to on it and cook whatever you cook. That's really nice. So now we can test this. You mind biloti? That means come and have a cup of tea.
This is what we call gravity drip irrigation. The power of the pressure of the water will make the water go through the main pipe, and then from there going into this drip line. Inside this pipe we have a small plastic. This plastic, the water goes through it, slow down, and then coming out as drip. Few of the benefits of the drip irrigation. First of all, we can put food, what coming out from the biogas, we can put it inside the tank. Once I open the valve, water will go together with the food. So it saves me time. I don't need to go and water, just open the valve, right? Gravity fill it automatically. Second, the water go only to the roots. Don't know if you experience, but sometimes when you use irrigation or after rain, when it's the irrigation go and sprinkler everywhere, or after the rain, we start to see some spots, black or white on the leaf. Yeah? This is fungus. With the rain or irrigation, they get the mold. With a drip, go here, they don't get the mold. this system can save us a lot of time doing that, increasing the health of the plant. The plant can give us more vegetable or more yield, okay? Healthier, bigger, nicer, and more of it. Pump is fuel. Fuel is money. We need to think about all this stuff when we're making farming. What is the input? What is the output? Minimum input, maximum output. Okay, so I'm thinking about the water. Water is money. Until we move into a solar pump. Now we start to give them water and food, they're gonna grow big. With cassava, if you do it proper with the drip irrigation and the biofertilizer, I think we can get at least 10 kg per plant. The popo that you know have leaves like that. Popo with irrigation, leaf will be like this. So the fruit becoming bigger, everything becoming bigger.